Hi Pisces, Seven of Pentacles. Put these guys down here. Death, that could be Scorpio. Temperance, that could be Sagittarius. Oh boy, we got three majors. Strength, this could be Leo. Ace of Cups. Lovers, that could be Gemini, Taurus, or Libra. Nine of Wands. Three of Hearts. All right. Let me get the little guys here. Move over there. Okay. Okay, so we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Okay, so 4 out of 8. So this has been pretty heavy duty. Whoever you're dealing with, or the situation at least, has been pretty kind of there's been some shifts going on behind the scenes. So it's kind of like half of it's like that's influenced your situation, not just your person's actions. It's like they're going through it, you're going through it, and then whatever's transpired is because of what's going on behind the scenes, and then how that's affecting each of you. It's probably very obvious, but there's more at work here than you might suspect or know. Your plate's kind of loaded up for the both of you. This isn't just like a difficult person. There's a little bit going on behind the scenes for both of you. What's this? Oopsie. Okay, there you are. That was going to jump. King of Cups. What's this death card about for Pisces? What's this death card about? Pisces. Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancerian right there. That's the moon card. What's his temperance about? Pisces. Can be Sagittarius right here, the temperance. Page of Wands. What's this strength card about for Pisces? Judgment. And look at all these majors. Holy cow. That could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Sagittarius. What's this Lovers card about for Pisces? The Fool. There's another major. Gemini, Virgo, or Aries. Excuse me, water. Okay. Ace of Cups. What's this Ace of Cups for Pisces? So because we've got you. Are you hoping for? What do you hope? Like, what's are you feeling or hoping? What's Nine of Wands? What's this Nine of Wands about? This is Three of Swords. I don't know, Pisces. I don't. King of Pentacles. That could be Virgo. The thing is, I feel like, okay, so here's the thing. I think for the Pisces I'm reading for, it feels like hold on a minute. I'm flying in there. This is someone, I don't know that they've come back in. If they've come back in, is this someone saying that things have changed and they understand what needs to be done or what's happened? I think this is... Are you still... No, there's been an ending though. This is someone that I think you've been in separation with for a while, Pisces. For the Pisces that I'm reading for, this is someone you've been in separation with for a while. And I think this is someone that is laying the blame squarely on you because it's easier to deal with their own shortcomings that way. It's almost like Pisces, they're glad it's over because now they get to kind of do and be what they want. They've had time to think about things and they're kind of coming back around again. But is it that you're hearing about them and they've got something new going on, or are they coming back to you and there's something new going on? Like, or they want something new to go on with you. Like, which is it? So then we got... so what's this Strength card about? What's this Strength card about again? We got Judgment, we got the Hierophant. Okay, alright. So think you might be dealing with somebody that's in love with love. And they've got kind of this, we got a couple of pages here, and we got the Fool. This is someone that kind of likes the hope and the possibility of new connection, and they want to try again. But I don't know that it's with you. I think you might be hearing about them. I think this is you kind of being removed. I don't feel like there's connection here. I don't feel. I'm not. I think maybe that's because you're staying removed. You're not engaging. Maybe that's what it is, because it feels like you're watching this. It feels like you're hearing about it, or you're not budging from where you're at. I mean, we got Strength and we got Nine of Wands here. It feels like, though, that you're hearing about this, and it just makes you more determined to stay on your path and to continue to learn and to grow and to be unto yourself. This is, I think somebody came back in and asked you for a second chance, or you've heard about them starting a new relationship with someone else. The thing is, I don't think much growth has happened. I don't think much transformation has happened. I don't think much realization and awareness has happened. I think they've just had enough time and they're ready for another relationship. So if they're coming back into you, that's what the disc. I was like, why is there? Okay, so if they're coming back in, they could be saying that they've had enough time to think and it's really affected them and things are good, but there hasn't been a lot of growth. It's just someone who's just had enough time, and they might be getting a little lonely or feeling like, okay, I'm good again. There hasn't been that growth and that soul searching and that transformation that they might be talking about. I don't think you trust them or believe them, because whatever's happened has made you kind of wary, and you're staying away. You're staying the course. This is not you. I mean, for some of you, it could be that you're willing to give it a second try and let's see where it goes. But I worry that you're thinking that, no, I got this, I'm fine, but you're going to be right back where you started with them. I don't think the growth has happened like they might be saying it has. That's if they're coming back to you. If they're coming back to another person, or if you hear about them starting up with another person, same thing's going to happen with them. This is not somebody who's grown. They just had a lot of time. There's difference. They haven't done much with it, except for kind of just take a reprieve or a respite. But this is someone that wants connection with somebody, whether it's you or whether it's another person. This is someone that does best in connection with someone, because they kind of get bored on their own. They want connection. That's like a neutral comment. It's like they get bored on their own. Well, who doesn't? I mean, that's not a bad thing. It's just that I wonder if this person, it's more than that, if they just need a handler. But either way, whatever. Either way, the thing is, I don't think this is what they're saying it is. I think they're just kind of got bored being on their own, and they want to give another try, whether it's with you or with someone else. It feels like it might be with someone else, though, because you're pretty resolute and you're kind of on your own path, so it doesn't feel like you're considering it. This might be that you're hearing about it, and you're watching from afar, or you're kind of keeping track of it from afar. Maybe you're following each other online, but it gives you a lot of things to think about. But you're definitely on your own path. Even if they are coming back to you, I don't feel like it's going to jive with you. I don't feel like this. For the Pisces that I'm reading for, I think you hear their words differently now. I don't think that you trust that any kind of growth or change has happened. You know them well enough to know that this is just them kind of having enough time on their own and kind of circling back around again. This is someone that really thrives in connection. That's neither good or bad, it just is. But that could be why they're returning to you, because you both were quite significant for each other. This is someone that is very optimistic. Honestly, I think they honestly believe what they're saying. What they're not telling you is that any connection will do. They want to be in connection. So it's either going to be you or somebody else. The difference is telling you that I've changed because of our time together. It has affected me and I've learned from it, which they haven't. They've just been out there too long and they want connection again, whether with you or somebody else. That's the difference. They're presenting it to you in such a way that you're a part of that change and the connection is because, or the transformation is because of you. But in reality, they've just had a lot of time on their hands. They're kind of getting bored and they want something. They want someone, something. And maybe some connections haven't been panning out. You're familiar. You were significant. You two were really good together at one time. That consider that when they circle back around again. Because this is somebody that really liked what they had with you because they were very well taken care of. The difference is with this is somebody new, they're not telling them that I've changed because of you because that wouldn't apply. This person has, in extreme cases, this could be somebody that's kind of has, delusions of grandeur or something, being like, you know what, I'm going to do things differently now. I'm better for this. I've come full circle. I see the bigger picture. I've cut through the insecurity and instability and all of that stuff that I didn't understand before. I now have a working understanding of it, and I know myself, and I know my triggers, and I'm going to be a good partner and a good person, and let's see where this goes, and I'm better for it, and I'm ready to take it. Like, it's all this optimism, kind of manic. Let's be honest, kind of manic. Could be optimism, could be mania, just saying. But they're starting to kind of cart flop because they haven't had a real significant pairing or relationship since you. There hasn't been that click. And they thrive in connection with someone. It's not just a preference. After a while, they really need someone looking after them or a handler. They really do value connection because of that, because this is not someone that does very well by themselves on their own for too long. So if not connection with you, they're going to go elsewhere and try to find it, because the goal here is not to reunite with you. The goal here is to have connection again, which then suggests that connection serves a fundamental purpose for them rather than the connection with the person. Like, you know what? It's not just any connection for me. I want my Pisces because I love my Pisces and they're special. No, this is I want connection with someone because I need connection. Pisces or otherwise, Pisces just happened to be really good for me and there was a good connection there for me. But if not Pisces, then anyone will do, because I want a handler, I want a connection, I want fill in the blank. And that's what connection does for them. It's not necessarily bad. This is someone who knows what they want. Okay. But the fact that it's kind of indiscriminate, the fact that if it's not you, it's going to be someone else. It's like, well, why are you knocking on my door then? We've already done this. You haven't changed like you think you have. Keep going. Because I don't want to get hurt again. This has affected me too, dude. You're not telling him this. But it's like, if I'm not special, don't bother me. Don't knock on my door. Don't send me that text. I don't want to just be somebody that you're going down a list and seeing if I'll take or I'll bite. Like, oh, hey, let's throw this person in line and see if they're taking, going through your Rolodex of X's or whatever. It's like, no, don't waste my time. You haven't changed. There's not this huge love there. This is something there was a love there, and I think you're feeling like you've been out there too long and you need to be roped back in. You need to be tagged and tranked. You were released into the wild and now you don't like it. Not you, your person. So that's no reason to get back into a relationship just because you're bored and you want a handler. You don't see this person the same way anymore either. I just wanted to say that for them. This is not. There's been some kind of shift for you as well to where you see things differently, and I think that's why you're spending so much time thinking about things. What else for Pisces? Not spending so much time, but why you're not acting on all that you're thinking about. Queen of Wands. Yeah, no, you're not passive anymore. You're pretty darn content with the way things are going, and there's been a shift. You're not willing to give that up for this relationship because you would have to. This person is kind of a handful and they would require a lot of time and attention. The management will come later, but right now it would just be time and attention. So you're very wise to stay the course and not be detoured, and to just kind of keep things into perspective but still do you. because this is not, it's not going to be what this person thinks it's going to be. I think you might have outgrown them. I don't know. Would that be fair to say that you've outgrown this person? Because you're definitely seeing them with different eyes. Like you're not the same, not like you were before. There's a perspective shift here. That's for Pisces. Freedom. So yeah, this Queen of Wands pairs nicely with this fits here. The Queen of Wands and freedom right here. This could be Aries, but this is all about you being like, you know what? No, I'm good. So either you're watching your person do kind of the same thing with somebody else you're hearing about or watching it, or they've actually come back to you and tried to kind of pitch this reconciliation, and you're like, I don't think so. Not anymore. I wish you would have said this 6 months ago. I probably would have been much more, willing. But I think too much time has gone by, and I'm different now. I'm not the same. This wouldn't fit with me now. I've leveled up, or I've moved on, I've moved forward, whatever you want to call it. You're too into what you're doing now. Because what they're not telling you is nothing's really changed. They just don't want to be single still. What else for Pisces? This Pisces person. What would they say to them? What would Pisces person say to them? Oh, please. It's easier just to stay away right now. Yeah. Because they don't want to be, called out? That's interesting. So then this would be you watching them with another person, or you hearing about them with another person. Because you're largely removed from this. If they do come to you, you're not going to take them up on it. You've leveled up. So this could be very well you hearing about it, but I think hearing about it, watching it, being aware of it, something. Maybe you two are being very cordial with each other, and you're keeping each other apprised of your relationship. I don't think so, but okay. But this probably is you then hearing about it or watching them date someone else, and it's because with you there's a lot of accountability, and you kind of you can see that they haven't really changed. Maybe they say they have, but they haven't. They just don't know that they haven't, so they kind of believe their own story, but it's you haven't seen enough of the changes, or you're just not interested. And the rejection from you would be pretty painful. It would be a lot because you both were quite significant to each other. Um, this was a profound connection. So the rejection from you a second time like that, they'd probably rather take their chances on somebody new. I mean, they got a heck of a lot of optimism that wouldn't suffer too badly if somebody new rejected them. But if they came back and, like, their heart of hearts believed, you know what, I've changed. The time apart has done me good. I'm in a good place. I'll give them that. They're in a good place. But the changes that would need to take place for you two to work haven't taken place yet. For you, you're on your way. But we got judgment and strength here and Queen of Wands. So you're up and running, but they haven't quite gone through a lot yet. They're kind of at the beginning stages. We got the Page of Wands and the Fool. All right. They're just not hurting anymore, perhaps. So they're like, oh, I'm in a good place. There hasn't been any growth. They're just not in any pain anymore. So they're like, you know what? It's going to be a good day. I'm out of the woods. I'm not hurting anymore. I'm good. But it doesn't mean that there's been, you know what I mean? They're just not hurting anymore. Yeah. Six of Wands reversed. Okay, so this is like this. Normally I do like this, but it was like that. So I'm just going to Six of Wands reversed and Four of Cups reversed. Okay, so this could be someone that might be feeling like life is not working out the way they thought it was, and it would work a lot better with you, but it's very one-sided because it's more about someone's ego than it is about really being on the same page as someone and working with them and being a true partner and progressing. This is someone that's like, I've kind of been out here too long. I want to go back where it's safe and warm and I'm taken care of. So it's wanting connection and forward movement with someone, but in this case, for the wrong reasons. And this is someone that's probably looking at you like the one that got away. That there's disappointment and restlessness and frustration and like regret because they realize they've quite possibly made a mistake, and that's why it's easier just to stay away. because it's the beginnings of what has happened is starting to wash over them, and they're just like, I want to get back in connection again. It can't be that bad. I can't have screwed that up. Or I the best way to fix this is, well, live and learn, get back in another relationship. It's not that simple. You know that. Maybe they're just starting to realize that or wake up to that. I mean, I'll give them that. This person is really in a better place, but they haven't really dealt with a whole lot. They've just kind of gone from one thing to the next and are like constantly in search of. They really like connection. All right. I hope this was helpful. They're not, it's almost like they've learned a lot and they're better for it and this and that, but really what it is they're just trying to get back into control because of the hurt and the sadness and the pain, and a new relationship is a heck of a distraction from that. Even better, reconciling with the one that broke your heart. Even better distraction. All is right with the world, control restored, security restored, if you can reunite or reconcile, right? But you're like, it's not that simple. It can't be. Just because you're hurting doesn't mean we should get back together. Just because you're hurting doesn't mean you go find somebody else to get over the hurt. That's not a good plan. Enough said. Shutting up. I hope this was helpful, Pisces. I hope to see you in the next reading.